texting Trish to tell her how good she did earlier.
No, Susan isn't a perfect 10, but in my mind, Susan is the perfect Miss Pawnee. Her values are strong, her commitment to her job is very admirable. She has a real...
I know, it's me.
Hi, I'm an interesting man. I'm an interesting man, and this is a cat's anus. Today we will be looking into the haunted recordings of a band based out of Maryland.
My name is Daniel Brown, aka Andrew D. Scotty.
D stands for NOSCOP.
With a capital D.
Yeah. Big D for those who
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Big D. It's not a small D.
No.
My name is Nath Cutman, aka Sprite Nathman for short, aka the Nath Cut. I'm a janitor at the Phil Gilmore in East Dundalk, Maryland.
Me, I'm a skeptic. My grandmother was a scientist. I get my science facts from my maternal lineage, and how I came here is I met these guys while at work. I also work in East Dundalk at the Phil Gilmore. It's been in the Phil Gilmore family for a long time. It's Harold
Ninth.
Phil Gilmore the Ninth.
Yeah, the 9. Because it's the one or the I and then the X.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a very disturbing compound. There are a lot of deaths that occur there. Animal, vegetable. Sometimes the weapons are mineral based. And basically it's my job to clean up after all these deaths and other things like spills and shits and bombs.
And when Nathan was telling me that they were hiring initially, I was like, oh, that sounds great, you know? Like, I'm going to get to work in this beautiful space for one of the greatest radio and talk show personalities to ever exist. And
We have to worship him, otherwise we get fired.
yeah, it's in our
Kind of
contracts.
stupid, but I don't know. I believe in him.
I really didn't realize how much feces and gore. Yeah, gore.
It's all gore.
Yeah, all gore. Feces and gore and vomit and piss and all this stuff. I didn't realize the sheer volume. Yeah. It wasn't fun, like, having to, like, pick apart the different limbs and try and, like, put them in separate bags for, like, separate people. Because, like, limbs, when they're detached from the rest of a human body, are really hard to, like, you know, place with their other sort of, their other parts.
And then, of course, the Dundalk police want the evidence in bags. And
What a fine cup of joe. Here we have Nathan Bandanowitz of Oxford Shoe Company. And we have Pankaki Mushroom Master.
I'll just state for the record what we're going to accomplish today. We're meeting with local audio technician Matthew Stark under the pretense of recording a new album. However, our band is, unbeknownst to Matthew Stark, fictional. It's all really just a ploy to investigate the rumors that Matthew Stark may not be what he seems.
Oh my God.
Alive.
It's 4:03 p.m. Do you know where your bandmates is? Can you see this? I need you to zoom this in. Matt Stark is perfect. That's why he sent that text message. We're in the process of railing the troops via textual message.
Railing the troops.
Railing them. Rearing them with the rail. So that they're all like a skewer. And then the skewer goes into the rotisserie of life and chaos, and that's how the album gets made. It's not conceptual, it's very scientifical. And on this beautiful autumnal day, we will text people to find out answers to the questions. We have Matthew Stark calling right now. Is he recording? Hello. What's up, dude? Me and Nathan can meet you in 10 minutes. We're going to walk over. Like right now, it takes about 7 minutes, so I'm telling you 10 to account for stoppage, lights, traffic, talking to homeless people, stuff like that. I have one. Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, we'll work with what we got. Okay. All right, see you there. Peace.
Does he think we would have XLR cables?
He's a professional.
He really-
We're professional. We're all professionals here. We have.
Good evening.
Weirdly enough, Matthew, we looked him up on IMDb and on Wikipedia and Google, and surprisingly, the only Matthew Stark that was a sound producer lived in like 1920 something. He produced a lot of Cab Calloway records, and that was in the 20s. He's probably like 40 years old now. I don't know. It's 2014, so I don't know. I kind of get this creepy vibe about this whole process. If you want to that's the Bell Foundry where we're going to be recording. The last known place that Edgar Allan Poe spent hungover. This is the char marks. What we have here is where the last known ghostly incarnation of Edgar Allan Poe materialized, and you see the traces here, and it's direct spray. This is it's spatter. The ghost, when it dematerializes, leaves ectoplasm spray. Andrew Scotty. This is him. That's definitely, I think
It's definitely
it's
me.
him. It's not Scarlet Jenny,
No, not
I
yet.
think. Yeah, not yet. Well, come on down. Just gonna walk down these hollowed halls. And here we go. You gonna come here? What's up, dude? What's up, Mr. Sir? This is Mr. Matthew Stark. In the flesh.
In the flesh.
Real.
It's real. It's
Very
real
real.
life. It's real.
We're gonna go in here now. In a couple seconds. 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25 shell, Joe shell, turtle in a nice door. Turtle in a Joe shell.
What's part about it is there's a second one right behind it.
Yep. One can never have enough jewels. Looking back to this, pretty treacherous. Let's see where I'm going. Andy's the best at this. Right now you're looking at pure darkness. And in a few seconds we'll be illuminated. And yeah! We're here in the Bell Foundry. And
tell the energy is, you know, tetragrammatical hedrogons, and it's very dark, and I can tell there's a couple spirits. My grandmother was part of a traveling group of people in Germany, and they had clairvoyant abilities, and so I passed it through my maternal lineage, and so I could just tell that there's some shit.
Be like jacks off a bit. Yeah, I actually seriously consider being a cam bro for a while.
Yeah.
You can.
You could make $30 a pop.
Actually, that would actually be really good for you. You should consider that, since you don't have like a full-time job right now. You I think your birthday is in July.
I don't know of any particularly supernatural activity, but I can say a lot of coincidences surround it.
No.
For example, I just found out today that one of my new coworkers used to live here less than like a year ago.
What do you think?
Which I was like, oh, I'm going to the Bell Foundry after work, and he's like, I used to live there.
Everything is the same.
But I mean, that's just
except
Baltimore.
The
So.
overhead has a different feel.
No
but it
ghosts.
suits the-
No
as far as
ghosts.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Indeed.
Okay.
What would
And,
what would you do if you were to encounter a ghost here?
There's some things I can.
Shit my pants, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Say what? Like, talk about a band that doesn't exist? No, I have to go to a meeting. I'm sorry.
So,
Let me ask you guys
I don't know where they made this.
how you feel about some of these song names. We've been writing them down. As they
What was the
come.
name of the last track?
I think that was going to be Adjust the Tip.
adjust the tip.
I don't know how you, well, no good.
How about tip splash? Because it has like a splashy feel.
Well, we'll come back to that one. The first song I think should be Butt Express.
Butt Express. I mean, it's pretty
Nothing. What about
good. Andy?
Yeah. I'm cool.
what about Bum Frost?
Oh yeah, I like that. It has more of a like.
I think that should be the second one.
Okay.
Bum Frost.
Bottom Frost?
Actually, Butt Please.
Butt Please.
Frost with a PH or?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, maybe.
Cop Block?
What is it?
Cop block. Like cop blocking.
Yeah, I like that.
Try it with that.
Andy, do you have any ideas?
Oh, and later there will be, in addition to John Piece, there'll be the John Piece reprise later in the album.
Okay.
I don't know. I was thinking like Mom, Where Is My Dad? For like the slower, more like interlude one. With the it's got like, you know.
Right?
Yeah, it's on it's one of the it's the
First one?
the first one, yeah. Mom, Where Is My Dad? Or
Classic feeling.
Shit Eater.
Shit Eater?
Yeah.
It's kind of a stupid name
Oh.
for a song.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple microphones. You know, some of them are on, others are off.
Some aren't even plugged in.
Some aren't plugged in. Some are plugged in.
Are there any spirits?
That's a tough question. You know, I sort of ask myself that all the time, if there are spirits.
Have you guys noticed a certain sort of intangibility in the corporeal body of Matthew Stark in this time that we've spent recording here today?
Yeah. I feel like he's right over my shoulder right now. Just sort of like tickling behind my earlobe. You know?
How did it feel when you hugged him?
I don't know. It felt right. It felt good, but also at the same time, it felt like I was just like kind of hugging the air, you know? He's a very like
Non-corporeal?
yeah, non-corporeal like feeling to him.
I've been really like worried about Alex recently.
This unexplainable thing happened while we were recording this sound that we checked each of the speakers and it was still coming from somewhere. We turned everything off, but this sound was coming from somewhere. It sounded as loud as if it was like one of our effects, but don't know what it was. It's just kind of echoing off the walls and stuff. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it kind of sounded like a little bit like old-timey jazz, kind of weird.
Very strange,
muff.
yeah. But reversed
Yeah.
with some flange.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you can't do that unless it's plugged in. I mean, you know, scientifically you can't do that unless it's plugged in.
There's no scientific explanation for that.
There's no, yeah,
You know? It's almost if like, I don't know, he's not really there. Or maybe he is really there, just in a different dimension.
At one point today, one of the microphones fell off the microphone stand, and I went to catch it in the air, and it seemed to pass right through my fingers. And then Matthew had to bend over and pick it up and reset it himself.
That's strange.
So,
Oh shit! That bottle just dropped. That bottle just fell. You see it?
what?
That was a full bottle. That just exploded. Can you get it?
I can't.
Did you see it move? I don't think it's moving anymore. That was weird.
I got your message.
Hey, thanks for coming. Look, I'd love to go out with you. Hey, thanks for coming. Look, I'd love to go out with you. Hey, thanks for coming. Look, I'd love to go out with you. Hey, thanks for coming.